I don't want to get sued. He is, and I don't think this is too shady, I think it's true, the less successful half of a comedy duo that was prolific in the 2010s. I think their code names could be Lock and Banana. So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. She says, I'm just calling you because I wish someone would have warned me. Because I brought a text. This is from Dumois, an anonymous blind item that someone submitted. They said, since Locke was hosting SNL, I wanted to say, whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife. She has a bunch of food allergies. And she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill. And then, in parentheses, on the celeb sighting list. Acting like she couldn't breathe. The plant was fake, and I showed it to her. She just said, oh, and acted totally normal after that. He was very nice about it and apologized after. He left a good tip. Bizarre, though. Bizarre.
Did you guys see Akilah Hughes saying that allegedly Chelsea called her in 2021 and warned her that Keith's wife is like Phil Hartman's wife? If you don't know who Phil Hartman was, he was a comedian, actor, SNL cast member whose wife, him.
Excuse me, what do you do for a living?
I clean rain gutters.
And who's this?
Bobo Jangles.
Are you two a couple?
Yeah.
And how long have you been together?
My future shine much brighter. Traveling the world, catching flights. Cut some folks off, circle tighter. Play with me, I'm nothing nicer. Follow the right down the. I need to feel it. Stuff over fat. Lot on my mind. The whole bag. Roller so big. Looking like bad. Yeah, you know I'm about to roll up. Let's get please. Yeah, you know I gotta pull up. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get
Family, we're back. And I just want to thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Wasn't that weird? Come on, man. That was weird. It was weird just doing that. Anyways, y'all get where I was going with that. Come on. And they want to get mad at Drewski. They need to take that woman's camera. Anyways. All right. I came across something. OMG, y'all. OMG. Allegedly, there's a woman that does comedy, and she spilled the beans. I don't know if she thinks it's sweet because she's dealing with comedians. I don't know what made her think it was okay to disclose this information. And then this woman will never be a part of this field of work ever again after we see what we're gonna watch. Stay tuned to see how this lady just sealed it. If you know, you know, but she said too much. She said too much. We're gonna hear some updates about these homeboys, y'all. Their acting together was so fluid, so natural. They were real friends all the way until a wife got involved. And it's crazy because the brother of one of these dudes raps, and he hit me up. He seen my videos, he hit me up. I just don't know if I want to interview, because I don't know if he's reaching for rap, like whatever, like to get seen, or if he really wants to talk about the talk. Anyways, let's just get to the clips. Let's get to the content. Now let's go.
Do y'all remember the movie Get Out? With the new information we learned about the Kardashians, That movie makes so much sense now. Premise of the movie is a young black man goes to visit his white girlfriend's parents for the weekend, and he discovers shocking secrets about them. And ultimately, what the movie gets across is there's a senator's cult's terrifying plot to achieve immortality using black victims. Now let's cover the new information we found out about the Kardashians. Essentially, they would use their sexual lure to attract high-profile black men, drug them, and obtain very important information that can be used as blackmail, allegedly. That kind of sounds like the premise of the movie. Then you think about her most recent relationship with Kanye West. Since being with her, Kanye has experienced mental issues. He's been locked in facilities, all types of stuff. The crazy thing is, Kanye thought the movie was about him. Says everybody knows the movie is about me. West is believed to be referencing himself as the main character in a movie that features eerie white mental health practitioners that use dark methods to control their black subject. And bro, with everything that's coming to light, that's exactly what was happening to Kanye West.
Alright, so that first clip was just rumors that would go around the rumor mill. But this lady had a set and it was eerie. It was eerie to me. I think because I know allegedly what happens when you say too much. But she said some things, y'all. Get Out wasn't about no Kanye. It was about these two people. Ain't that something? And how one rose to stardom and fame and got taken away from his true reality. But I wanted to put that Kanye clip in there because that's what people really thought it was about. That's what a lot of people would correlate to that movie, was Kanye and his situation. Let's continue. Now, before we get to that clip, y'all, I want to play this young lady's clip that she made. And she makes a good point, and it's imperative that I play her clip before we listen to the comedian's clip. I want you guys, when you listen to the comedian's clip, to think about what this woman's talking about. And the stand-up bit, it goes into a lot of detail. She's worried about getting sued. In my opinion, I feel like that should be the least of her worries. The least. Let's get it.
Let's talk about the movie Get Out and how it was much more than a horror movie. It actually was an initiation. Jordan Peele didn't write about monsters. He wrote about possession. Rose and her family didn't steal bodies. They were stealing frequency. They wanted the rhythm, the melanin, the magic, but not the memory, not the soul. That's the oldest spell on earth. Take the vessel, erase the voice. The coagula experiment. It's inverted alchemy. Solve et coagula means dissolve and reform. But instead of spirit ascending matter, they dissolve the black mind and fuse it with the colonizer's will. That's not science. It's more sorcery. Social necromancy. The resurrection of oppression under the mask of admiration. And the sunken place, that's not just hypnosis. That's the realm of the silent self, where the soul watches the body perform obedience, where you scream but sound doesn't move. Every swirl of that teacup was a spell of submission, the spoon being the pendulum, the sound being the sigil. Now you've been there. That's every time you shrink to fit in, every time your truth gets smaller to stay safe. That is the sunken place, the psychic plantation inside the mind. And Jordan Peele shows us the reversal. Chris actually stuffs cotton in his ears in order to block the trigger. The very crop that once enslaved us becomes the charm that frees him. That's turning curse into cure. That's alchemy. And getting rid of old dude with that mounted deer head was the hunted becoming the hunter. The sacrifice reclaiming his horns. And when the flash of that camera snapped dude back to himself, that's showing light as liberation. Illumination breaking the spell. The flash is gnosis, the lightning of awakening. Every guest at that party was an archetype of consumption. They don't want equality. They want embodiment. They want our rhythm without our blues, our melanin without our memory. It's not envy, it's hunger. But Chris is the initiate in this story, and he breaks the trance. He realizes you can't be loved by what feeds on your silence. He doesn't just get out of the house, he makes it out of the hypnosis. He reclaims awareness, the one thing the system cannot steal. And Jordan Peele is known to use horror to reveal the oldest ritual on this soil, the theft of the black divine. But he also gave us the formula to break it. Remember, awaken, and reclaim. The sunken places and where we die is where we wake up, because the real horror was never them. It's the spell that made us forget who we are, and the way out was always in.
It's the spell that made us forget who we are. Now, we're going to get to the comedian's clip. I don't even know if she's a comedian. I've never heard of this woman. Like, I guess I'm just out the loop, and it's okay. I love to be off the grid too, but anyways, that's a different story. Now, what she says, y'all, she's talking about Key and Peele, and she states that one of their wives is kind of allegedly out there, and they were at a restaurant, and she said she had a eucalyptus allergy. There was a eucalyptus plant on the table. She started freaking out and all that stuff, and I guess she started Erica Kirkin, and the dude that worked at the restaurant, he told her, say, hey, that's fake. Said she snapped out of it and went back normal. What video did we just watch that I uploaded with the Kirk lady? Her with a certain face. She worked on weird eyes overseeing the camera and got into character. Anyways, I've been yapping too much this video. Let's get to it.
I'll be using code names tonight because I don't want to get sued. He is, and I don't think this is too shady, I think it's true, the less successful half of a comedy duo that was prolific in the 2010s. I think their code names could be Lock and Banana. So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. So I'm waiting for a burrito to come to my door, and I get a phone call from, like, unknown, which is probably a bill collector, I think. But hey, I'm riding high. So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. And Banana's wife says, hey, I just had dinner with Locke and his wife. They say they're doing a show with you. And I said, yeah. And I, again, don't know how she got my phone number. So this seems urgent. And she says something that, like, chills go down my back. I never eat the burrito, spoiler alert. She says, I'm just calling you because I wish someone would have warned me. She does about an hour of a monologue at me about how, she thinks that his wife is like Phil Hartman's wife. That she wouldn't trust her to hold a baby. That she once poured alcohol on her birthday cake and this person is sober. And the thing I moved to LA for this job. I'm not a woo-woo person, but this woo-woo thing happened, and I do think it was like the Lord. She says to me while I'm watching the opening ceremonies, mouth agape, there's a sweaty man from Tonga, and she says, there's no accounting for how much money she's cost that black man. And the light above the television burned out. Would have warned me. Because I brought a text. This is from Dumois, an anonymous blind item that someone submitted. They said, since Locke was hosting SNL, I wanted to say, whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife. She has a bunch of food allergies. And she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill. And then, in parentheses, on the celeb sighting list. Acting like she couldn't breathe. The plant was fake, and I showed it to her. She just said, oh, and acted totally normal after that. He was very nice about it and apologized after. He left a good tip. Bizarre, though.
Man, listen. If this is real, you can and you can't feel bad for the person going through it. Choices are choices. What is so powerful about a person that could take you away from other people. The brother told me, I got a 50-something-year-old brother that won't even talk to me, and he claims it's because I rap. Listen, I believe it. I believe it. I gotta look more into who that woman is that put that information out there. This situation is very different, but that movie, it applies to that situation in my eyes and a lot of others, and other deeper situations or just things. I'm mind blown. Like, I'm totally mind blown. That is wild. And it's so crazy because they were so close. It's like, okay, well, one is rising, but one isn't. What's really going on? It's giving me Drika vibes. It's giving me Keisha vibes. It's giving me Handler vibes. Period. If you made it to this point, say I made it. I want to thank you all for being here. Look into that, y'all. Real talk. Look into it. Everything in this video is alleged, but yeah, let me know if you made it to this point. Let me know where you're tapping in from, and let me know what time you got the upload. It's been helping so much. I'm out. Peace.